don't plan for luck, I keep working hard, who keep blessing us. I'm on the 10 and I need a 10. The made of my M a week. December been good to me. Not even Kendrick can humble me.
My girl. So you talking about what? I got nothing, man. I got nothing on no neck. No, straight like that, though.
Mike Wilmer.
Ain't got nothing for no nothing. Nothing gets to me too close. Ain't got nothing for no nothing. Be doing the most. Ducking. And my guy design your post. Look in your eyes and I see, hold on, be surprised when you see. Nothing for no nothing. Nothing gets to me too close. Ain't got nothing for no nothing. Be doing the most. I was ducking. Me and my guy design your post. Look in your eyes and I see, hold on, be surprised when you see. Come through. What time you wanna, you can't be the cops. I can't play myself out like that. Keep getting that dope. Counting mine, won't be trying to get no on my note. I would down bad on my look, my dog like farmers go. Ain't been sweet, but neither is me, so my be 300 or more. I keep close funds, but I don't boast. I know what it's like to not have that ain't gonna try me without saying I win it. Gonna disrespect the difference, try my straight up out that 6 ain't with what I'm with you getting dismissed. I give a fatal Jada kiss. Come through. What time you wanna, come through. Come through. What time you wanna, in my thought, do I need go? Ain't got no time to get in. I can't leave my foot down bad like that. Guess I'm just gon' slow. Partner say he got this where I'm focused. Need to focus more. That's ain't no. He ain't gon' like that. Step on my free world out there in the bluffy side. Just might see me and can't turn me down. This ain't that vert. Got all was on we cook. Got off them. Got up every time I feel the dirt. Got up every time I feel the dirt. You look fair to mention when you gossip in your kitchen. High up, down some prison, high up, down the trenches, huh? Come through. What time you wanna,
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. The Celtics control the opening tip, and we're underway in downtown Boston. Hayward to Jaylen Brown. Tatum. That's the start they were looking forward just as the fans were getting seated.
And I love that aggression. Stylistically, you have to come out and dictate the tempo of the ball game. Don't ease your way into it. Keep your foot on the gas.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
There is no recovery, Ed, in particular if the defender does not stay on balance.
Giannis with it up top. Down 5. Middleton to Adetokunbo. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Into the front court, it's Walker. Up by 3. Hayward to Jaylen Brown. And it's Cantor. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Bledsoe, deep right corner. To Bledsoe. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by Eric Bledsoe. Jay, for once, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
Bucks at the controls to Adetokunbo. And the defender over-pursues, and he's called for it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Bledsoe. Giannis for 2. Wide open look, won't go.
Ooh, I can't believe he didn't get that one to fall. But at the end of the day, he got an open look, and that bodes well for this team.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Might have had an extra. A dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Bledsoe with the basketball. Right now, down 7. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. To Jaylen Brown. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. The lead stands at 9. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Bucks basketball to Middleton. Adetokunbo to Middleton. Off the assist.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Number 2, Wesley Matthews. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Deep left corner. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Has a chance. Adetokunbo shot no good.
But if great shooters keep getting open looks, it's a matter of time before they start knocking them down. You have to start contesting some shots.
It goes down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys currently down by 13. Giannis! Adetokunbo. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Today's game, and you'll receive an exclusive discount.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Substitutions.
Goes to the left side. Tatum. He made his first effort, but not that time. Hill into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to play in a very one-sided first quarter thus far. To Marcus Smart. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To George Hill. To Middleton. Oh, he missed a short one there. To Jaylen Brown. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Jaylen Brown at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. Free throw try, off the mark. Hill across the timeline. His guys trail by 13. George Hill missed his first. That one goes.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
A lot of contact. No whistle. Deep three at the buzzer. First quarter's complete. The Celtics own a comfortable lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Hill into the front court. Down 11. Jay, 44 wins for the Bucks a year ago. 7th best record in the East. In your mind, foundation, is it in place in Milwaukee?
The foundation is on its way, but it always seems like it comes down to injuries and lack of chemistry for the Bucks.
Fires the three. Rebound taken by Milwaukee. Hill across the timeline. His team down 9. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Nikola Mirotic snatching it out of the air. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When miracles happen, you accept it and you're thankful. But you don't expect it all the time.
Bucks at the controls. Hill. George Hill. 2 of 4 now.
One can make the case he might be glad he didn't get the and one.
Goes to the right side. Cruises inside for 2.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Hill into the front court. 9-point margin. Matthews. Able to convert inside.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Number 2, Wesley Matthews.
Celtics have it. Layup goes down. Well done.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Matthews to Lopez. Robin Lopez. He's 2 for 2 now. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Cantor. Walker. Hayward. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Bledsoe to Middleton. Has a look. Bledsoe shot misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Someone's been working on that one for weeks behind closed doors. That's why they call it practice.
George Hill to Bledsoe. They'll get it down low to Lopez. Robin Lopez, 3 for 3 in this first half.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Hayward. Cantor. He's looking for that touch. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Adetokunbo to Lopez. Can't connect from in close. Walker with the basketball. His team on top by 13. To Cantor. And it's Cantor. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Walker to Marcus Smart. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Giannis with it up top. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Short jumper off the mark. Corner 3 at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
with your halftime report. The Celtics absolutely dominated the competition in the first half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics. The Bucks have yet to appear after one half of basketball. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Steals.
The Milwaukee Bucks seem to be giving the ball away in this matchup like they're working for a charity. Too many times, they've given up steals, and the results have been terrible. The lack of ball control was apparent in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
Tatum did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top three. And with that,
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. The Bucks at the controls to Lopez. Middleton. Jason Tatum sends it away. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jason Tatum. Bledsoe. To Lopez. Slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Jaylen Brown. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Jaylen Brown trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's struggled so far. Missed it at the line. And it's Cantor. He's now 4 for 6.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Knocked loose. Celtics have it.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Celtics come away with it. Turns and slams it down.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Down a bundle. Oh, they called the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
First personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Adetokunbo to Middleton. That's out. Last touch by Chris Middleton. To Hayward. Finish that.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Gets to the basket and scores. Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Bucks at the controls. Jason Tatum rejects it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Cantor. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Enes Kanter at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Giannis with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcus Smart. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Bledsoe with it up top. His guys down big. Knocked loose. Hayward to Jaylen Brown. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Adetokunbo to Bledsoe. Adetokunbo to Bledsoe. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Brown with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. He throws it down.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Entering the game.
Hill across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Walker to Cantor. To Jaylen Brown. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jaylen Brown trying to cash in on the three-point play. He struggled so far. Brown's free throw, good. And the Celtics add one more to their lead. Hill driving, but his shot won't go. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. Hill to Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume, you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Knocked loose. Oh, big finish at the rim.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Bucks basketball.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
George Hill to Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Pau Gasol. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Rebounds pulled in by the Bucks. 3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. The Celtics way out in front. It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth quarter. And it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting 5 has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Knocked loose. Here comes the screen. George Hill. 3 for 6 now.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
To Jaylen Brown. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Boston with the basketball.
Here we go.
Gets it in the left corner. Count the basket inside.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Jaylen Brown. And the basket good at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Cantor. Robin Lopez able to recover with the block. Bucks at the controls. Greek Freak for 2. And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Walker to Jaylen Brown. Walker. Message received. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Knocked loose. Celtics have it. And count the basket inside.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
And the finish at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Giannis shoots. Rebound Jason Tatum.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, that's a scary thing to watch.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Subbing in for Boston, number 36.
Adetokunbo. Open look. Not that time.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
The Bucks at the controls. To Matthews. Middleton. Nothing going here on that drive. To Middleton. Short jumper stays out.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Driving right to the basket. Jason Tatum, huge block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Bucks at the controls. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're... They're amongst the trees or not, they're always going to be the giant in the paint.
It's a victory here for the Celtics as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics won this matchup with a significant margin. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
We got London on the track.
Nigga, $2. With that cool with that chew. What your juice was? With that cool I need $2. I'm the new horse. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hook. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk. and give back yours again. Back to back in them Ferraris, we stay horse playing. Run up on us and I'm gon' heck. Harvard student doing my taxes, I got friends. I put rings on them hundreds, I'm married. You see my money and ice everywhere on them. And we each other cause we don't cheers them. But we don't leak out that info, we can't embarrass them. Can't leave the country, but I got my beef from London. These talk but see me out and ain't on nothing. I'm in the stew, I need to go get the. You got 20s, I got hundreds. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hawk. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool off. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool off. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk. 200 to Izzy, get my ice here. Plastic, y'all as real as Buzz Lightyear. Say, got that done with the price. I don't with this for this. We got. Down to them. They don't take none of the artists, so I'm. Problem when you see me get it. 8212 was bracket. I might be in that Escalade, but I ain't. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hawk. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool off. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool off. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk.
I'm still under 21, so I can't. But them with my name and they can't wait. Crib came with a court and some legal officials. Cake around my neck, VS1 the crystals. Extended magazines, chauffeur limousines. Before I got a ding. $65,000 on jeans. Ball like stuff for lotion. Skirt the Testarossa. All about the guap like a stockbroker. Brother with me. Was mad older. Had to keep it like the OG Yoda.
Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hawk. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool off. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool off. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk.